Now, after the Nio Innovation Day, we read that both the Nio CEO and the president of Nio, they were asked quite a number of questions, which some of the questions that they were asked, they were pretty amazing because it revealed quite a number of stuff. Now, on today's video, I want to dwell on the question, or on the response rather, that the president of Nio responded after he was asked a certain question, and that is the answer which he provided, indicating that 30% of the people that are using gas cars or currently using gas cars in China, 30% of them are thinking of transitioning, or their next car they are thinking it to be an EV car or a new energy vehicle car, which is something that is pretty exciting, and it's important to Nio. And the reason is because those that are already owning high-end cars like your Mercedes, BMW, Lexus, guess which car they are going to buy if they fall within the 30% of the people that are thinking about new energy vehicle. They are going to go for a Nio car, because when you look into the fast-growing EV industry, Nio, it is the car that it's on top of almost all EV premium brands globally, which is something that is pretty exciting. I mean, in China, this is showing some good results. Nio, it is the leader in this high-end EV cars market, which is why they have to date, or they have around 50% of the total market share in terms of premium EVs, which it is with no doubt that even those that are driving your gas cars and they are thinking to transition into an EV car, chances are very high that most of the time they are going to choose a Nio car rather than going to any other brand, which is good news to Nio. The fact that the president of Nio revealed this to us and said that these studies is usually done every year, and this year the studies concluded that 30% of the people that are owning gas cars are thinking to transitioning into new energy vehicles. It puts Nio at a very good, comfortable place. This means that the demand that we see onto Nio cars, it won't slow down anytime soon. In fact, the trend, it will continue on the rise, because we are starting to see people becoming more and more comfortable transitioning from gas cars into EV cars, which this will give a serious boost into the Nio, of course, sales, monthly sales, which is why I'm excited. I look forward to the kind of sales that Nio will be generating in the future. Yes, we know that Nio is not yet profitable, but one thing that we are seeing in terms of deliveries, in terms of sales, the demand is there. Nio sales in terms of demand is there, and it's not going to slow down, because it appears, as per the response given by the new president, a lot of people are considering transitioning to a new energy vehicle car, which those that are in a high end or premium brands, they are going to opt going to Nio, because Nio, when you talk about high end or premium EV brands, then there's no way you can't think about Nio. Nio, it is there on top of their game. I mean, there was an instant where I think we discussed, where we saw a lady going to buy a Mercedes Benz and ended up going for a Nio car, because the Mercedes dealership was next to a Nio dealership, which resulted in the lady just going to have a look at the Nio cars, and she was sold just like that. I mean, Nio, the catalyst, the blue sky is really coming, because right now, I mean, on Saturday, Nio just unveiled their new operation system for their cars. I mean, that is a massive breakthrough, guys. They have their own chip. That is a huge milestone, and those people that are still bearish onto the Nio stock, they have to think again, because the future, honestly, for Nio, it's looking so bright. The R&Ds that a lot of people are complaining about, we are seeing exactly what they are doing with the money. Nio is not just doing things that don't make sense, and this money that they are spending on R&Ds, they will be the one that retains them a lot of sales. I mean, the Nio president on this interview, he said one of the things that convince people into buying a premium brand is, of course, the hardware and the software of the car. And when you talk of hardware, both hardware and software, when it comes to Nio, I mean, you and me can definitely agree that they're at the top of the game. I mean, you cannot compete with Nio when it comes to hardware and software. It is just out of this world. I mean, we're talking about software, we're talking about the Sky OS, which they unveiled this past weekend, which shows you where Nio is in terms of software. Hardware, I mean, there's a lot that we can talk about. I mean, Nio is just the car that you will definitely go for if you are transitioning from an engine car or a gas car into an EV car. if you are looking for a premium car, Nio, it is the car that you will definitely go for. So I'm happy, I'm excited about this. I mean, also other questions that were asked to the Nio CEO, Mr. William Lee, entailed about autonomous driving, it taking away people's jobs and all those kind of things. And his response was that it's not really about taking people's jobs, but he looks at it in a way that it will be able to mitigate various accidents or many accidents that we see on the road. Autonomous driving will be able to minimize the number of accidents on the road. That is what, or that is how they are looking at it. It will make cars more safer because the car will be able to respond immediately before even the driver panics and do something that can lead into even death or accident that leads into death. So it is a good thing. The fact that they are deploying or they are talking about autonomous or full autonomous driving. I mean, Nio CCO even turned down the robo taxi thing and saying that it's not as important, which supports the statements that he's saying, to say that their aim is not to have robo taxis driving themselves out there, but it is to make sure that they mitigate the number of accidents that happen on the road. That is what they see when they talk about autonomous driving or on Nio. So I'm quite happy and excited about the fact that 30% of the recent studies that were conducted, 30% of the Chinese consumers are thinking into transitioning from gas cars into EV cars. This is good news to a company like Nio, because as I said, Nio being a premium brand, you can only imagine what will happen when someone driving a Mercedes Benz wants to transition into EV car. Which brand are they going to choose? They are going to go for a Nio, because Nio, it is the one of the premium brands, or it is the only premium brand that would make sense for you to go to. I mean, Nio have got enough infrastructure in terms of charging and swapping, which will make your life easier, and you won't feel much gap like when you were driving your gas car and you have transitioned into an EV car. Nio has enough infrastructure, and when you subscribe to bus, then it's also lights out, because then the queues at the battery swapping stations are not that much, and therefore it will result in you enjoying the services, which that will give you peace as you are driving your Nio car. So I'm happy, I'm excited. I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that likes button, comment and subscribe, and once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. Do your own DD before you buy Nio for the very first time. Otherwise, God bless you all.